Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to All the Mods Expert Remastered. So of course I decided to split this episode and the last episode in half. That's just due to time and making it a little bit more reasonable as far as our goal time goes. So we're going to be picking back up from part 1 of this episode as we continue going through Abyssalcraft and kind of clearing out the rest of that. Or not all of Abyssalcraft, but going into Omothol, getting ourselves the stuff that we need from there, realizing that we could have done that a long time ago and not went through all the Abyssalcraft dimensions, and then getting our Hellfire Forge, our sparks, our first piece of Terrasteel, all that good stuff. So, anyways, let's go ahead and jump back into it. Okay, our Necronomicon is filled for the first time. So, it does take a while, like 20 minutes or something. Technically we could set up like PE storage. You know, that is a thing, which you can get into if you so desire. I've covered it in the mod spotlight, but I don't know if we'll get into it or not. We might get into it for the later Necronomicon, possibly. It's a little bit, not really expensive, but I don't know that it's really necessary in like the early stages of Abyssalcraft to really do it, but alright, so anyways, we're going to have to make ourselves another altar, because if you take a look at the altar of Shoggoth, the bottom here, or no, we're making the top first, okay? So this requires a sacrifice. I forgot to bring a sacrifice. That's fine, I'll go pop over and get one real quick. But it has to be done in the dreadlands, okay, with 20,000 PE. So what we're going to do, let's come out 2 blocks, come out 2 blocks, come out 2 blocks, and come out 2 blocks. And remember this little area, we have to have the area around it semi-cleared out, so we'll go ahead and just pull some of this stuff up. And then right there, there, and there, and then oh, it's probably not cleared out enough, I bet. Let's do that. Okay, let's try this again. Shift right click, there we go. There is our new altar. And then what we're going to do is, let's take, see, altar top, we need 3 pieces of cloth. So there, there, there. And then we need 2 dreadium ingots. So there and there. Then we also need an empty bucket. Put it down right there. And then what else is it that we need? 2 sticks. So there and there. And then we just need to go grab ourselves a sacrifice, which I've got soul vial. Yeah, right here. Okay, and we'll just pop back through. And I got us a wolf. That was the first like little animal I came across. So I was like, well, we're going with a wolf. I wanted something that didn't really fight back, so wolf works out well. Okay, and everything else should be in place. We've got 20,000 PE. We'll put down the wolf. And shift right click. You notice it doesn't need anything in the middle, so just bear that in mind. And there we go. There is our altar of Shoggoth top. Okay, and it has completely drained out our Dreadlands Necronomicon. Fun times. Alright. So then what we're going to do is, let's pop back through, and I'm going to set this thing up to recharge. And go through the portal. There we go. But I'm going to go put this thing up there to recharge, and I'll be back once we get another 20,000 PE in it. So, in just a little while. Okay, I went AFK for a little while. Look at this island. Terrible. Let's see, how's this? 20,000. Okay, I was thinking that should probably be about done by now. Alright, and I also got us a sheep for a sacrifice. So we'll go get our bottom section crafted up. And then I'm going to have to come back, put the book back on the altar. Then we'll go fight Shoggoth, and then we will make our new Staff of Rending, and then we'll go to Omothol. The Staff of Rending we don't necessarily need this episode, because, you know, that's for the Necronomicon, that we don't really have to use it that I can think of to get our ethaxium, but I still want to go ahead and get it crafted. All right, and then what? Just 2 pieces of, yeah, 2 pieces of dreadium. And then we're going to need 2 bones. We're going to need our dread cloth. And then in addition, we are going to need our Asora's Dreaded Gateway Key. This does consume this for us to be able to go fight Shoggoth. And then what we'll do is we'll set down our sacrifice. We've got 20,000 PE. Shift right click, and there we go. Goodbye to all that PE. And there we go. There is our Shoggoth bottom piece. Okay, now the worst of it is done. Now all we have to do is really just fight a boss, and then, haha, we're pretty much home free to Omothol at this point, which is great. I'm ready to get there because we need to make a Hellfire Forge. Which, let me check something real quick. What was the block that the Hellfire Forge needed? Just standard ethaxium. Then Abyssal Stone, refined Corellium, block of Mana Steel. It's actually not bad. Like once you get to the point where you can get the ethaxium, like the rest of that stuff's all really cheap. Just the ethaxium that's no fun. So, all right, so we'll pop that back on here. And, like, I will say, this episode has taken forever to record. Like, I started earlier today with the Sora, and then I was like, oh, well, need to make a new ranged weapon. So I went off on a quest to make a new ranged weapon. And then, like, charging up this book and trying to figure out... I spent a while trying to figure out why there's no mob spawning in this dimension, but no luck. Like, there's just a lot of, like, stuff that we've been running into along the way like that. Okay, so anyways, now that we've got these 2 pieces, this, and let's see, I think it's it's Y40. It tells in the book, but I didn't bring the book with me, but that's fine. What we need to do is we need to go down to Y level 40. And I will say, I may get this wrong the first time. I can't remember if it's the bottom blocks on Y40 or, hey, I just passed Y40. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this, we're going to sit this down. You need to be within the dreadlands. Oh yeah, that's right, the dreadlands mountains. Oh, can I not pick this up? Ah, I need to make a new pickaxe now. I think actually this dreadium, I can make the pickaxe that I need. Yeah, dreadium pickaxe is what I need, I think. Okay, let me just pop up here. I can get... Actually, do I not have, like, just... What's this sound? Not like there's any mobs in this dimension. Okay, let me just pop up here. Let me get a piece of wood. I'll make some sticks. And I do actually need an axe, don't I? There we go. We can break this thing down. And let's go see if we can find a Dreadlands mountain biome. Which, I think there's one, like... Right... Yeah, right over here. I do believe. Is this Dreadlands Mountain? Yes, this is Dreadlands Mountains. Oh, hey! Dreaded Abyssal Knight Golems! What? I don't know, like... And that's like that one little guy. It's like there's certain places... Because, like, I flew around forever, and the only person I saw, like, mob-wise, was that one little guy. That one little guy that was sitting over there. This is technically a Dreadlands, but I'll just head over. It'll be easier to mine from here than all the way down the mountain, you know. And see, I hear more. But, like, I kid you not, I flew around for, like, probably around a half an hour before I finally ran into that Shoggoth lair or noticed it, you know, and found that little guy. Like, I flew around for quite a while. Maybe not quite 30 minutes. It was a while, though. To be fair, it was a while that I was flying around. Okay. Anyways, we're going to set this down right here, put the top right there, and click on the top block to enter the lair of Shoggoth. There we go. Ah, I seem to have a visitor. Dreadguards, please devour our guest, if you may. Okay, now if a Dreadguard actually spawns, which it looks like they're... Oh, there we go. That's a Dreadguard. That's the guys that drop that stuff to make the Dreadium, right? Hey, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I don't, there we go. Smite the Plague achievement. And see, they drop dreaded shards of Abyssal Night. Now I only got one piece off of that one, but to be fair, this thing doesn't have looting on it. So why am I just burning? Is there a reason for this? I'm not really digging this, to be perfectly honest. Is this going to be like... Is this fire just like a thing here in this pack, or what? I sure hope so. I'm loving this. I sure wish I had like a bucket of water with me. Okay, it stopped. Maybe it was the Dreadguard that was doing it. I don't recall Dreadguards doing that to you, but who knows. Ah, run away! Run away! My armor okay? Yeah, my armor is okay. Well, at least the mobs spawned in this area. Yeah, I think it's them that are doing it. And this is just some examples of some of the creatures that would normally be plaguing the ground up above. And these little side rooms, let me pop that real quick. Yeah. There are little side rooms. They're like workshops. I'm not going to worry about them because there's not really much of anything in there. Oh my gosh. You little guys. You little mongrels. I'll tell you what, I'm getting a little bit of lag in this area, to say the least. But yeah, I think it's the Dreadguards, or it might be Shoggoth himself that's catching me on fire. I've never had that happen, where I just burn constantly when I'm here, but... It could be pack specific, or it could be a change to Abyssalcraft, because I know there has been some changes since I did like my Spotlight, and since I last ran through Abyssalcraft. Honestly, I can't remember if we ran through Abyssalcraft on Craft of the Titans, or if we ever got around to that on there or not. I don't remember for sure, but... Anyways, if we continue on... Go ahead. Clear this little fella out. I don't want to pick those up because... Those little flesh fragments are like gold in this pack. Since the mobs aren't spawning. Okay, now this hole right here is what leads us to the boss. Now there's a lot of Dreadguards down in here. Okay, I want to clear out these Dreadguards before I go down in there because that is one nasty pit of guys that's down there. Oh, man, I wish I had like an AoE for this boss, because he spawns these guys. Well, I will say this bow does kind of AoE. These guys are like all about it. They're like teleporting up to me. Oh my gosh, there's just mobs for days. Okay, the main thing I'm concerned about is the Dreadguards more than anything. There we go. Die, all of you die. Because I can actually stand at the door and take Shoggoth out. Like, he's one of the easier bosses. But all these ads are going to make it. Yeah. If I can just hover right in here, we can down him pretty easily. Man, these little guys. I want to pop a potion of regen. And these are the good regen 2 ones as well, so. Maybe going in there might be better. I don't know. Alright. Normally you would just jump down there and you'd have to fight him. You know, normally you don't have flight and stuff, but I'm going to cheese him like mad. No. No, you don't. Okay. Now his ads are down, and he doesn't seem to be summoning any more ads. I'm kind of standing in this little back corner here. And he's just hanging out. This is fine by me. Which this thing does have a little bit of an AoE, so it might be killing the ads. I see a lot of like items down there where he's at. Like items all over the place. There's one ad that's slowly... Looks like he's trying to make his way over here, but now he's having second thoughts about it. Okay, he just summoned some more. That's fine. I think these arrows pierce or something. Maybe all the longbow arrows pierce, I don't know. Okay, these are ones that have come down the hall basically and are dropping down on me. And it seems like if you like fly over to here and then fly back, I think I have to go stand over there a little bit longer than that to get these little guys to like fly over to here or come over to here. Yeah, see they're coming through this hallway, but I can still hit Shoggoth if I fire through these guys. Man, there's a bunch of them. I really need like some AoE here. Like splash potions of harming or something would be great. And basically his phases, like as his health goes down, he just summons more ads. Is the main thing that he does. There's some more mobs that spawn in this this dimension, like the little hand guys. At least I'm not on fire like this whole time. We're going for the gold right now because we should be able to kill him before any more ads make it up here to us. Like he's so easy to cheese with a ranged weapon. Oh, I do have one ad beating on me, but... No, I don't want to die. Oh, there's a dread guard right there. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at all these ads. Just ads for days. But the nice thing is we're leveling up our bow, or our arrows from this, which is kind of good. I would like to get those leveled up. And there we go. Fall of the Dread Beast achievement. And we still got this guy. And he says some stuff about the chest behind him, holding legendary stuff, and all that. There we go. Oh, man. Just ads for days. There we go. Yeah, it's those dread guards that are catching me on fire. I don't recall them doing that, but like I said, I know there was quite a few changes to Abyssalcraft since the last time I went through it. So, okay, all the ads are dead. And let me throw this down. I don't really need that. Don't really need that. Okay, there's our dread-plagued gateway key. Definitely want that. Dread fragments, definitely want those. And I think that's everything that was dropped. And then if we go through this door back here, or this little pathway, it leads us into this Abyssal Night area. And inside of here, the legendary treasure of the Dreadlands. A piece of dirt. Best treasure ever, right? We're going to go ahead and take it, though. And, yeah, I don't recall there being anything else. Okay, so we got that done. We've killed Shoggoth. And then what we need to do to get our key to actually enter Omothol, all we have to do is run it through a transmutation station. So I'm just going to go ahead and warp home. We're done. We're done with that boss. Took a while. I'm actually probably getting low on arrows. Yeah, kind of so. Totally cheesed him like he was going out of style, but that's okay. And now we have dreaded shards of Abyssal Night and stuff. Now that we don't need them anymore, necessarily. I mean, I guess I could make the armor. And I'm going to put our legendary treasure of the Dreadlands into there. Okay. And then our dread-plagued key, gateway key. We'll just throw it into there. And you know what? I'm going to need more liquid corellium. So let me just pop through. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pop through to pick up a little bit more of that. Yeah, we'll just throw that into there. Get that running. And while that's running, I want to pop up here and however much PE that we have inside of our book is fine. I know we're going to have over like 1,000. I think it's 1,000 that we needed. Oh, this place is going to be nasty. What do we got? About 7,000. That'll be good. Okay, so now to upgrade to the Dreadlands Staff of Rending, we're going to need 3 Dread Fragments, a Shadow Gem, and then 4 Dreadstone. Is all that we need. And then, what was it, 2,000? Yeah, 2,000 PE. So, no, I don't need that. I need 1, 2, 3 of those. Right, let me double check. Yeah. Then a Shadow Gem right there. And then we just need our Dreadstone. And actually, we're about to complete a quest. We're at the point now, though, where most of the quests don't really give us anything for completing them. So we're not going to get anything spiffy, but we are about to complete a quest. So if we take a look, there is our Shoggoth's Hylian Gateway Key. We'll go ahead and grab that. And this quest right here, dun, 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 that is our second, I believe it's our second quest that we've completed through this ATM stuff. ATM star, be a star. We're 6% done. But we're actually getting to the point where we're starting to kind of start turning our attention towards ATM star. Especially fairly soon. Fairly soon we'll be really focusing on the ATM star. But now that I've gone through all the Abyssalcraft stuff, I can actually start building, because I was wanting some of the abyssal blocks, you know, to kind of decorate that little area out. But now we've made it through the progression stuff. Because technically, Omothol is the last like major dimension. There is one other dimension if you fall into the void in Omothol, which, oh, I thought that was a mob for a second. I was like, really? There's mobs now? But no, it's just this. Okay. Alright, so those, that, and then our Abyssal Wasteland Staff of Rending in the middle. Let's go ahead and lay this out like that. And then fragments right there. Our Shadow Gem right there. Our Abyssal Wasteland Staff of Rending. And then better work. Pow! And did it work? Yes, we got the Dreadlands Staff of Rending. It did work this time. Awesome. And then this one we can upgrade again to the Omothol Staff of Rending once we get Omothol Stone, Omothol Ghoul Flesh, and then we also have to get the Omothol Necronomicon. Then that one can be upgraded to the staff. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead. Let's grab our nifty new Shoggoth's Hylian Gateway Key. And we're just going to right click right there. And now we have our portal to Omothol. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Let's do this. Welcome to your end. Seriously achievement. And, oh my god, the lag. Oh, cool. It looks like there's no mobs spawning here too. Isn't that exciting? Okay, so there's Omothol Stone. If you'll notice right there. I'm actually going to mark, I guess I'm not going to mark. I've had this issue in this pack lately where Journey Map just stops working and I can't mark anything. But yeah, it looks like there is no mob spawning here either. Oh wait. We have ghouls and shadow beasts. Okay, so there are mobs. They're just like bizarrely not really how the dimension's supposed to be. There's supposed to be a lot of mobs, like normally, but there really hasn't been in these. And I don't know. It seems kind of broken in this pack. It does. It does. Maybe it's meant to only have like one mob every like 500 blocks, but normally it's like these dimensions are pretty tough. Like normally. Okay, so what we're doing is we're flying to 0, 0, or roughly around the 0, 0 area. Right over here you see like some flames going off. That might be... no, that's not quite. I thought it was like, maybe we're getting kind of close there, but no. Okay, right over there I think. Is that it? Yeah, that looks like it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, around 0, 0 you're going to have this. It's like little villages and stuff. And it's like laggy through here. And anyways, inside of here we have the ethaxium bricks that we were looking for, which we're not going to be able to break yet. Okay, let me check something here. What pickaxe do we need? The ethaxium one, right? Ethaxium ingot. And there's these villagers, by the way. If you talk to these, you can pay like engraved coins for tools, if you so desire. See, I can mine Omothol stone. Is there something I can do with Omothol stone that... Oh, well, I need ethaxium, though. But I can't mine ethaxium bricks or... yeah, any of this stuff. I'm almost wondering if I'm going to have to get, like, ethaxium tools from those guys or something. Anyways, right over here is, like, the lair of the final boss, basically. And I'm just going to take a look. I don't think there's much of anything in here. Right up here is where the final boss would normally spawn. Oh, there's Wega's bodies everywhere. It's dead Wegas all over the place. Let's see. Okay, I can't break this either. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out... But yeah, I know Wega's already killed the boss here. But we can respawn him. That's not a problem. Okay, you know what? It's actually a lot easier than I was making it out to be. I don't guess I've ever went there without a pick before that can break ethaxium. Because normally I can just tear that stuff out like as soon as I get there. But this pack makes you actually go through the progression like it's intended to be done. So what we need to do is we need to take Endstone. I'm just going to grab like a stack of this. And we just transmute it. That's all we have to do. Just transmute this. So we'll just throw it into there. And we'll get that running. And that's going to make us ethaxium. Like this right here. So there we go. Our first piece of ethaxium. And then what we can do is we can take this and we can smelt it. And we will get ethaxium bricks. And then once we get... Oh, let me let this run for just a moment. There's an ethaxium pick right here. And this is like the most powerful, Abyssalcraft pick. For this, we're going to need 2 ethaxium bricks and then ethaxium ingots. Which we can make that either with life crystals or oblivion catalysts. Which are like that. We don't necessarily need that right this second. I will get that crafted. I may work on that, I don't know, maybe between episodes or next time we get into Abyssalcraft. Because we're going to stop with Abyssalcraft right now because we've been doing it for like 2 episodes. And we're actually at the point now where I don't have to do any more Abyssalcraft right this second. Though we will revisit it because we're going to have to, like in the quest book, we have to get an essence of Omothol. Oh, well, I guess technically we don't need... Yeah, to get the Omothol essence, all we gotta do is use our Staff of Rending. So I guess we don't actually technically have to fight the final boss, but we will. So, we will do that. Alright, so we've got ethaxium bricks, and then we can take and get our ethaxium bricks. Bricks. And don't set these down, because we cannot pick these things up right now. And then our Hellfire Forge, we're pretty much done for most practical purposes with the stuff that we need to get to craft that. So 9 pieces of steel, and then we're going to need, oh wait, I've got it over here. We need 2 abyssal stone bricks, and then we need chiseled abyssal stone, which is slabs. There is our 2 chiseled abyssal stone. Then we just need our block of mana steel and our refined corellium ingot, which we should have. Refined corellium. Oh, actually, it's up in this chest, isn't it? Let me go grab that. And I know it's about wrapping up point. We're about to finish up. I just want to get this crafted because this is really what started us on the Abyssalcraft stuff in the first place. Was trying to get this Hellfire Forge. So steel. There we go. There's our mana steel. We'll get our mana steel block and our Hellfire Forge. Haha. Okay, so that is done. We've got our Hellfire Forge now, which is awesome. That means we can get back on Blood Magic. We can also get back on Botania. We can also get back on a lot of things. We can get our Terrasteel that we need and all kinds of things. Okay, I was just reviewing the footage. I was about to end out the episode, but I was just reviewing footage, and I decided I'm going to cut that into 2 parts because it was like over an hour of just Abyssalcraft stuff after I edited it down. So, which if that gives you an idea of how long it actually was, it's pretty long. But I actually, while I was editing that, I went back to Omothol, and I did a bit of grinding with our dreadlands Staff of Rending, right? And I got our 8 Omothol essence, which this thing gives you like 4 energy per right click, so it actually goes pretty quick. Getting 8 Omothol essence. Those ghouls have a lot of health, and I think I went through like maybe 4 ghouls or something to get 8 essence. Like it goes by super quick. And then in addition, I did grind on some of the ghouls there. After I finished this, I think I only had like 8 Omothol ghoul flesh, but then I started using the looting sword. They seem to, mobs, and it may have been this way in the Dreadlands, but it's not normally this way in Abyssalcraft from my knowledge. They seem to just spawn in like underneath things in like dark, weird places. Like normally those places are like crawling with mobs, and in this pack they're not, and it's really bizarre. But anyways, I went and I grinded some ghouls and got ghoul flesh. Now, in addition, in Omothol, there's these mobs. Normally, they spawn in that temple where the final boss was that I said. But for, I guess because he's already been killed and the ads have been killed, there's none of them there. But they're called like Jazar the Gatekeeper Guards or something like that, you know. And they're like little guys in like robes. Well, anyways, they drop ethaxium ingots as well as eldritch scales, which we'll use those later on to make the Abyssalnomicon. It's, I think, the main thing that we'll ever use that for, which is like the final book. But anyways, they can also drop ethaxium ingots. So if you want to make the pick to make getting ethaxium bricks a whole lot easier, that's probably the way to go. Because I killed one of those guys and I got 3 ingots. So it does go really, really far. So technically, oh, do I not have any more ethaxium bricks? Let me just grab that. We'll go ahead and make this just so we have like the best Abyssalcraft pick that's available. And then I can go get more ethaxium bricks and dark ethaxium bricks. Because I'm going to want to use those for building a little bit. And yeah, I don't want to have to manually make all of those. So I don't need a whole lot of them, but I just need a few of them. Okay, so since we got a little bit extra time today, what I want to do is I want to make a spark. Oh, and by the way, since we got the Omothol essence, this quest is completed as well. So for the crystal cluster, all we really need is Draconic Evolution, standard, and then Wyvern level wireless energy things. But anyways, I want to go ahead and make a spark, which is what we needed the Hellfire Forge for in the first place. So we are going to need to get ourselves some arcane ashes. And we can do this with any kind of Tartaric gem or demonic wheel. It doesn't require any minimum. It doesn't drain anything. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these rudimentary snares. Now that we're done going through Abyssalcraft, I'm going to set all this stuff into here. Oh, we're done going through it for right now. I'll go grind the rest of that ghoul flesh that we need. But I was like, well, I'll work on that off camera because, you know, or work on the essence off camera and the ghoul flesh and stuff. Because it just takes so long to do it. But it actually didn't take very long at all. I think it took like maybe 3 or 4 minutes or something to get the stuff that we need. Okay, let me actually make sure that our particles are set to all. And we need to go find ourselves a mob. Oh, I see a spider. That'll work. Let's just hit him with snares. How'd you dodge that one? There we go. Okay, we got a demonic wheel with a quality of 1.78. That'll be good. That'll be fine. We'll make a sword here soon where we can just get demonic wheels from killing mobs with it. Okay, now in addition for making the spark, for making the arcane ashes, we're going to need white dye, bone meal, gunpowder, coal, and redstone. And I'm going to need at least 2 sparks. So let's go ahead and get 4 pieces of gunpowder, 4 pieces of redstone, 4 pieces of coal, and then bone meal. Okay, that's 3 at a time. I'm just going to break it down by hand because I'm not that worried about it. Okay, I'm kind of excited to get Terrasteel, actually. So we'll put in our bone meal, our gunpowder, our redstone, and our coal, and then our demonic wheel goes right over here, and it's going to start running. Now, normally it would drain, you know, a little bit of wheel out of there, but in this case, since we're making arcane ash, it doesn't do that. Go, and these don't stack, so just a heads up. We have to craft these one at a time, and then in addition for making the spark, we're going to need gold, mana powder, and any kind of petal. It's like making the Hellfire Forge, right? Like, it was, like, really expensive for, like, one piece. Or it took a lot of progression for, like, one piece. But as far as the actual cost of these, it's not really that bad. And it has been pouring down rain here. Like, so much lately. Alright, so we're going to need 8 gold nuggets. I can't remember if I have mana powder up there or not, so just in case I don't, I'm going to grab, well, I was going to say I was going to grab the rest of the gunpowder that I've, or like a stack of gunpowder just to put up there, but no, I guess not. I'll just get 10 for now. And then we're going to need our petals. Which that is not a problem. I should have some kind of petal lying around up here. So Arcane Ash right there and right there, and then our mana powder like that. Gold nuggets around the sides, and then there we go. There is 1 spark, and we got the live drive achievement, and then there is 2 sparks. Okay, so then we can just put a spark right on top of that, and we'll put a spark on top of this mana pool that connects them, and then we can craft our very first piece of Terrasteel. So we're going to need an Ender Pearl, we are going to need a Mana Diamond, and a piece of Mana Steel. I don't think it's changed in this pack. I'm going to go grab all this stuff, and then throw it all down, it's going to be like, nope, can't craft that. Now you need, I don't know, like, you need something from like tier 6 blood magic, or something ridiculous like that. Okay, let me pull off my ring of magnetization. And, oh wait, I actually have to make the mana versions of these first. So there we go, there we go, there we go. And then we'll just throw these down. There we go, and now it's crafting our very first piece of Terrasteel, which is exciting, especially in this pack, because it has taken a while to get to this point. But this is going to open up a multitude of different things, like, of course, our apiaries is what we're going to start working on next episode. And then, I imagine we'll knock through that pretty quickly. I am going to get a bunch of the stuff crafted between episodes, like prepped and ready to go. There we go, our very first piece of Terrasteel, Dancer in the Dark achievement. Aha. Okay, and in addition to being able to make apiaries now, I am going to prep up probably a little bit more Terrasteel too, actually. So that way we can just kind of jump in straight into... oh, we can make connectors now, which is kind of nice, because XNet is awesome for item transfer, but I don't know how much we'll use it. But yeah, so we can get into apiaries next episode at the start. And then we can switch gears, and we'll probably get our, maybe our Elven Gateway set up, which would be awesome. I would really like to have that put up. And then we can actually start doing refined storage after that. And I also want to get the stuff together to maybe progress with blood magic. Because right now I've got, over here, I've got this altar upgraded about as far as I can do right now. And what we need to do, I mean, I need to get more of those, bloodstone, or blank slates, or blank runes. That's what I'm trying to think of. I need to get more of those and put them down, but we need to get large bloodstone bricks so we can upgrade it again. And we need to start getting into Tartaric gems and blood orbs and all that fun stuff. So, not exactly sure what all we'll tackle next episode, and what we'll... I do imagine we're going to do apiaries and Elven Gateway portal next episode. I do believe. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So, until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. If you guys have any questions, as always, be sure and let me know. I'll do my best to get those answered for you, and I hope to see you guys next time.